So leaders, you don't always have to be in the spotlight. As a leader, it is acceptable for you to take the lead role in things, but you don't always have to be out in front. So if you are above someone in the hierarchy, let them have opportunities to shine. Let them have opportunities to challenge themselves or to challenge their teams. As a leader, you want to make sure that you maintain your credibility and also maintain your level of proficiency, but don't take away from your people. Part of your job is to take heat and give credit. When things go well in your organization, give the people credit who made the things go well. Don't just say, oh, yeah, because of me, because I'm such a great leader, that's why these things happen. Granted, your leadership has a direct impact on the outcome, and it should, because you're in that role. Otherwise, why are you in that role? Inherently, you get credit when your team wins, you win. But if something goes south, your job in that scenario is to take the heat. What you can't do is throw your people under the bus or say, that was team A. We had team A, B, and C, and team A just couldn't get it together. And you're in charge of team A, B, and C. How does that make you look when you blame them? No, you take that on the chin as a leader and press forward. So again, you don't always have to be in the spotlight. You don't have to shine it on yourself, because taking care of your people, everyone's going to shine, and there's enough shine for everyone. Put them in the spotlight to give them opportunities to excel and succeed. Don't use it as a crutch when you don't really know about that area of focus. Don't use them as a scapegoat to get out of being well educated or being well informed. And I would offer, pass this to your managers who are managing others. I supervise people who supervise people who supervise people. Pass that through the flow of the hierarchy to say, hey, challenge those people who are up and comers, who you believe may need some growth, who may need to do something outside their comfort zone. And if that means in the meeting that my direct subordinate is supposed to give me a briefing, and my direct subordinate brings in one of their subordinates to handle a part of this presentation or handle the piece of this puzzle or this project we're working, that's a good thing. Let's do that. Let's continue to do that. As a leader, you should be building up your teams to be capable, placing them in these scenarios where you may not get the spotlight and they do. Let your people shine. Like I said earlier, there's enough shine for everyone. So don't be so focused on making yourself look good and stealing the spotlight that you forget that as a leader, it is not your job to take credit. It's your job to give credit. If you lead people that lead others, that needs to be echoed throughout your organization, in your culture, to say, make sure we're taking care of all of our people. If I see one manager who is constantly putting themselves in the spotlight, not giving anyone else on their team or their subordinates an opportunity to excel or succeed, then I'll have a discussion with them. Is your team that bad that you're the only one that can handle this thing? Or you're the only one that can handle this briefing? Or you're the only one that can handle these updates? Because if so, then we have a leadership problem, and we'll engage on that front. Just a quick recap, leaders, don't take the spotlight from your subordinates. Shine the spotlight on them as much as possible, because inherently you're going to get credit for the things that your team does. If you supervise people who supervise people who supervise people, at the end of the day, there's going to be some things that you don't even touch that gets your name put on it because of the position that you're in. So don't take that lightly. Take every opportunity to make sure your people get recognition when things go good. And when things don't go so great, you take that on the chin, you take the heat for them, and then you go back to your managers or the personnel that you supervise, and you have that discussion. Hey, things went south, things didn't go great, or hey, part A, B, and C went well, but part D really didn't go that well. So let's put a little more training and focus into part D. That way, next time these things come around, we're better equipped and our personnel are better equipped. If you're a leader and you say, nope, it's my job to shine and I have to look good if I want to get promoted, and that means I need to be out in the forefront, sure. Everybody has their own opinion. Let me know. We can talk about that. I was reading a book recently by Matthew McConaughey called Greenlights. He said great leaders are not always in front. They also know who to follow. His book, it's available on Amazon, I want to say, and also Audible. No, I'm not getting paid to say that. No, I don't know Matthew McConaughey, and no, I don't make any money if you download the book. But I just thought that was a good quote, and I wanted to share that with you all. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I got a lot more videos coming, a lot more events coming up, interviews, gatherings in the office, outside the office, a lot of stuff coming up. I've gotten a lot of great feedback for things to change, maybe things to update, some topics that were great, and or some people who disagreed with some things I had to say, and that's fine. I won't pretend to be a perfect leader. I am not. I just want to share some of the foundational blocks for leaders out there that they can take and apply in their own scenarios, whether they work in a factory or in an office or they fly helicopters. There's leadership lessons to be learned at all levels. I just want to keep this train rolling. I appreciate y'all again, and I will see y'all next video on Restored Valor.